Continue na ako. No? So, A is the starting point. So, mark this as A, point A, and then we're going to square it out. Pwede naman, ang start natin ay square both ways, which means horizontally and vertically, but this time, we are now squaring it horizontally because obviously we have derived a line from the edge of the pattern. Then, from A, measure from A to B, measure 7 inches. Mark this as point B. From A to C is skirt length, but we have here 20. Obviously, the pattern is not enough, so we're going to make it a mini skirt. So, I'll measure 15 only. Kulang kasi, no? Then, we have to square it out. Square it horizontally again kasi nga meron na tayong malinaw na linya vertically. So as you can see, I am trying to inline the edge of the triangle, not to the edge of the pattern. Yan, to draw a square line from line C. Next, we have to measure from A to D is 1/4 of the waist measurement. So, 1/4 of 31 is 7 3/4. So, let us first try to locate 7 3/4 plus 1 1/2. Then, mark this as point D. Then, for line B, we locate the hips measurement or 1/4 of the hip measurement and divide this into 4, and that is 9 plus 1/2 inch, so 9 1/2, and measure this as point E. Then another one for line CF. CF is the same as line BE. Therefore, this is 9 1/2. This should also 9 1/2 again. So, mark this as point F. No? So, you connect line D and E. You connect the point D and E with the French, with the hip curve. Ayan. Then, another with the E and F with the straight lines. Then, to identify or to locate A to G is 1/4 of the bust distance, that is 6 3/4. So, that is more or less 3 3/8 of an inch, and mark this as G. And then, you have to square it out, line G, square it out for the depth of the dart. Then from G to J is measured the bust height, which is 6 inches. So this is 6. Mark this as J. Then measure 3/4 on both sides. So medyo ilisya natin kasi itong metal na to nakaharang kaya hindi makitang malinaw yung measurement. So 3/4 left and right. So 3/4 left and right. So measure this as, mark this as I, and then J. Of course, we have to connect this I to J. Sorry. This one is H. Then connect I to H, and then J to H. And then from A, mark 1/2 down. Mark this as K. And then from F, mark 1/2 up and measure this as L. And then connect with the hip curve, K and D, or D and K. D and K with the French curve. Also this one with the French, with the hip curve. Ayan. Hip curve. Then we are trying to, we will going to cut the pattern, but before, looking for the scissors. But before we cut the pattern, so this is a straight pattern or the basic pattern for the skirt. Actually, for some references, we can identify the difference between the back and the front skirt pattern. So, may pagkakaiba sila ng konti. One is yung mas malapad ng 1 inch or 1/2 inch ang back pattern. So, proceeding dito siya mag-fold to connect with the D and to connect with the F, no? Tapos, yung ating dart, yung depth of the dart, no? Meron siya, mas mahaba siya ng 1/2, no? From the front. Therefore, si back ay magiging 6.5, si front ay 6 only for the bust height. So, I guess that is the slight difference. So, pero pwede namang magkapareho, especially kapag ang ating figure ay hindi naman, normal figure lang tayo. So, hindi masyadong, hindi masyadong irregular yung ating figure. Let's say yung from the bust measurement, from the waist to hip measurement, no? Tapos, of course, this is a basic skirt pattern, or pwedeng sabihin na natin straight pattern. Ibig sabihin, straight yung kanyang pagkaka-flare, no? Pwede namang magdagdag tayo at pwede natin gawing A-line. So, depende kung gaano kagusto natin yung pagkaka-flare. Let's say, yung A-line natin, no? So, pwede nating i-exage, no? So, exage natin, ayan. Pwede nating exaggerate, no? And then, ayan, kukunik lang din natin ito. Ayan, so, pwedeng ito ang maging pattern natin for the A-line. Pwede namang pumasok tayo ng konti, yung medyo pleated na, pleated na hindi tayo makagalaw sa ating paglakad, yung sexy na lakad. Yan, pwede tayo magpasok. Ayan, no? Pero, we're going to cut the basic pattern, no? So, ito lang ang ating susundin. Actually, I cut it out 2 pieces already so that we can have the front at the back pattern when laying out into the fabric. Ayan, so that's the purpose. But of course, we have to again to transfer the markings, no? Mula dito kay front, papunta kay back, no? So, I would like also to emphasize that we have to consider our plackets, whether if our placket is intended, especially the zipper placket is intended for the back, therefore, yung ating front dapat ay center fold. So, this is the symbol for center fold, or pwede naman CF, no? And vice versa, if we intend our plackets at the front, no? So, kung ito ang intended natin para sa front, yung ating zipper. So, pwedeng ito naman ang maging dito naman yung ating center fold. So, ito naman ang magiging center fold. Ano ibig sabihin ng center fold? Ibig sabihin, we have to lay out the pattern, no, into a folded materials, no. So, sa nakatupi na patela. Ayan. So, that's it.